Discuss about chloroquine. What is chloroquine? Chloroquine is a anti-malaria drug. It's a anti-malaria drug, right? What this chloroquine does is it this drug it kills erythrocytic cysts. Erythrocytic cysts, right? Okay. So when you give this chloroquine it kills erythrocytic cysts and causes symptomatic relief. Symptomatic relief. Let's understand how this chloroquine is able to do this action. Okay. Chloroquine, what it does is, let's understand mechanism of action. Usually, how this plasmodium species, this plasmodium is responsible for malaria. Clear? Okay. Remember this. Plasmodium is responsible for malaria. This plasmodium, what it does is, it goes into RBC. In the RBC, it converts heme into hemozyme and utilize this hemozyme as food material. So uh, this is how plasmodium uses heme. Now this chloroquine, what it does is, chloroquine inhibits this step. Okay, this step is inhibited by chloroquine. Due to inhibition of this step, heme will get accumulated in the plasmodium, right? Heme will get accumulated in the plasmodium, right? This accumulated heme, what it does it, this accumulated heme will causes damage to membrane of plasmodium species, right? Due to damage of this membrane in the plasmodium, the organism will die. Okay, organism will die. Clear? Now this is the mechanism of action. Let's revise once again this mechanism of action. In the plasmodium species, what usually happens is heme will be converted to hemozyme and this hemozyme will be utilized by the plasmodium, right? Now chloroquine, what it does it inhibits this conversion heme to hemozyme, right? Due to inhibition of this step, this heme will accumulate, right? Due to accumulation of this accumulated heme will cause damage to the membrane of plasmodium and that kills the plasmodium, right? This is how chloroquine works, right? Apart from this action, plasmodium has also got some other actions, like it can act as anti-inflammatory. Anti-inflammatory. It has got antihistaminic action. Antihistaminic action. It can act as antiarrhythmic. Antiarrhythmic. And it can also act as weak smooth muscle relaxant. And it can also act as local anesthetic. Clear? These are the important other important functions. Clear? Now apart from acting against plasmodium, it can also act against some other organisms, like it can act against Entamoeba histolytica. It can also act against Giardia lamblia. So these are the important organisms against which chloroquine acts. Clear? It acts against mainly three organisms. One is plasmodium, other one is Entamoeba histolytica, third one is Giardia lamblia. Clear? Now how does organisms develop resistance against this chloroquine. Let's understand resistance. Resistance is parasite develops ability to decrease, sorry, usually for the action to happen, chloroquine must enter into parasite, right? I mean plasmodium as drug has to enter into plasmodium. Now this plasmodium, what it does is it acquires the ability to decrease concentration, right? It acquires ability ability to decrease of drug accumulation of drug. This is how resistance will develop. Clear? This is one. Next we'll see pharmacokinetics. Pharmacokinetics. This is orally absorbable. Oral absorption is excellent, right? And 50% is bound in the plasma, right? And it has got affinity to some structures in the body, like it can bind to melanin, it can bind to nuclear chromatin, and it can accumulate in the body organs like liver. It can accumulate in liver, spleen, lungs, and even skin, leukocytes. Okay, it can accumulate in certain organs like liver, lungs, kidney, skin, and especially in retina. It can accumulate in retina. As all of us know, due to accumulation of chloroquine in the retina, it can leads to visual disturbances. It can lead to visual disturbances. Clear? So this is about pharmacokinetics. Let's revise pharmacokinetics. If take pharmacokinetics, this drug is orally absorbable. 50% of the drug is plasma bound. It can bind to certain things in the blood like it can bind to melanin, nuclear chromatin, and it can get accumulated in certain organs like liver, spleen, skin, leukocytes, and it can especially accumulate in retina, which can lead to visual disturbances. Clear? And if take excretion is by urine, right? Excretion is done by kidney and it will be excreted in urine, right? So if take metabolism will be in liver. Okay, so where is the metabolism is in liver. Excretion is by kidney, right? This is about pharmacokinetics. Now let's see the adverse effects. Adverse effects. So adverse effects are nausea, vomiting, anorexia, uncontrollable itching, uncontrollable itching, epigastric pain, uneasiness, and headache, difficulty in accommodation. Right. So what are the side effects? Nausea, vomiting, anorexia, uncontrollable itching, difficulty in accommodation, epigastric pain, uneasiness, headache. Right, these are the important side effects. And as I told you, it is used in malaria, right? It is used in malaria, the treatment of malaria. And what are the other uses? It can be used in extraintestinal amoebiasis. Extraintestinal amoebiasis. Okay, extraintestinal amoebiasis. Second one is rheumatoid arthritis. It can be used in discoid lupus erythematosus. And it can be used in Lepre reaction. It can be used in Lepre reaction. It can be used in photogenic reaction. It can be used in infectious mononucleosis. So what are the other important uses apart from its uses in malaria? First one is extraintestinal amoebiasis, rheumatoid arthritis, discoid discoid lupus erythematosus, Lepre reaction, photogenic reaction, infectious mononucleosis. Right? These are the important other uses. This is something about chloroquine. Thank you for watching.